Good morning everyone and welcome to another release tank video thingy something. Today I'm going to show the Somua SM to you, and basically this is it. This is what the tank looks like. I will have some frontal footage later on as well in the second game that I've got to show you. But it is a French tier 8 heavy tank, and like most of the French tanks, it is an autoloader. Basically the thing with this tank is it feels kind of sluggish. And the thing is, it's not that sluggish compared to the grindable AMX 5100. Yes, it is more sluggish. It's also got more armor. It is slightly, it's the same speed forwards but slightly faster backwards as the AMX M4 49. And the thing is with this tank, like, it's okay. Like, look at it. It looks nice and everything, and I absolutely love the camo, to be honest. I'll be frank about that. Because for me, this is one of those tanks, again, that, oh, look at it being cute. But tank-wise, it's not really that special. It's got nothing really going for it, and that is the problem with this tank, basically. That is basically, there's like, if you can get the other AMX, the M449, or you can get the AMX 5100, actually the AMX 5100 will probably be somewhat more enjoyable than this one, and that's the thing. Like, this one has the armor, and it's not that horrible. I do feel that I got really lucky with the games that I played, mainly with just not really being shot at all that much, and thus being able to reload in peace and doing the damage and everything. But this tank, like, it's okay. It's balanced for its tier and everything. It's got armor, it can bounce, it doesn't really have the mobility. The reload of the clip is pretty long and everything. But it can handle its own. And basically the games that I've got will show that as well. But that's like I said, that's the thing. There's nothing really that gives this tank an extra oomph. You can't say, oh, the gun is great, I absolutely love that. You can't say, oh, the mobility is great, I love that. And you can't say, oh, the armor is great, I absolutely love that. It's kind of difficult that way to find something special about this tank that you will absolutely love. Like, it's not a bad tank. It is balanced, and it can bounce shots, and if people aren't shooting you loads, then you will handle yourself quite well and everything. But there's just, like, if you have to gamble for a tank, and you will have to gamble for this one as well, then I'm looking for that extra oomph. I want that little bit of extra something that makes this tank fantastic. That being said, though, I played like literally 3 games in this tank just to get a taste of it. I won all 3, which also helped, but I also got like 3k damage in all of those games. I'm only showing you 2 of them, but basically the other one was pretty similar to this. Like, if you use the cover, and if the enemy lets you reload, because that's kind of the thing here. I also got carried by the teams. I had good teams these games, and that definitely helped as well. But this tank, like, it's okay, it's balanced, it can bounce and everything. It's mainly that long reload that makes it a bit difficult at times. But with the armor that you do have, it doesn't even need to be an issue if you manage to get those bounces in and everything. But let's go over the stats a bit. Like, without equipment and all of that, the DPM on this tank is 1880. The AMX 5100 has 2079, and the AMX M4 has 2162. The penetration on all of them for the AP is 232. Let me just grab that for the other one. It's 260 for the Premo, the APCR, and for the HE it is 50. So basically that is all the same across all the 3 tier French heavies that we have at this tier. The rate of fire, however, on this tank is lower. The reload for the clip is about 3 seconds longer than on the AMX 5100, and of course the AMX M4 isn't an autoloader, so that works differently. The caliber and the shell velocity are the same. The aim time is slightly longer than on the other 2 tanks. It's 2.35 versus 2.26 on the AMX 5100 and 2.08 on the AMX M4. The dispersion is slightly worse than on the other 2 tanks as well. The way that the turret works is the same as on the AMX M4, so that way those two tanks are pretty similar. The gun depression is 10 degrees versus 6 degrees on the AMX 50-100 and 10 degrees on the AMX M4. The gun elevation, however, is 15 degrees, and that is where it differs from the AMX M4 because that one has 20 degrees. The aiming arc is 180 degrees, the same on all of the tanks. The speed is slower than the AMX 50-100, as I said, but backwards is slightly faster than the AMX M4. The camel rating is the same as the M4. It's basically a sort of modified AMX M4 MLE 49. It's very similar to that. And basically all of that together, you can sort of see this as an AMX M4, but then the autoloader version. And I do like the way that it looks. And like I said, it is pretty balanced. Like, it's similar to the other two tanks, just different in a way. And I kind of like it. Like I said, I had 3 games that all went pretty well and everything, so I got lucky there as well. Because being able to stand here like this and getting all those shots in is saying something as well. But I do feel that the thing that will let this tank down the most is the mobility. It feels very sluggish to drive, and that doesn't make it bad, mind you. But the thing is, I'm more into mobile tanks, so this tank basically bugs me a little bit because of that, because it's just not my playstyle. And like, I'm always eager to switch to Premo and everything. I'm never letting that stop me if it means that I do more damage instead of bouncing. Because even though per shot you do less damage, as a total, not so much. But this is mainly the part where I decided to let you see this game. Because right now I'm in a clip reload. And I'm using my cover. Löwe is there. He has a friend, which I didn't know yet. But he bounces on me. And it's those bounces that can make this tank quite nicely. And the thing is that I've looked in the armor inspector at this tank and everything. And it's not fantastic. I think some of these bounces are also because this tank is new. And people are literally just not used to this tank. Because now I'm reloading my clip again. I'm up against 3. And they're bouncing on me. And they should easily be killing me at this stage. But I doubt that they're using Premo. They're not really going for me. They're not really rushing me, which is also not doing them any favors. And basically I just get to shoot and everything. And it's repeated stuff like that. Like in this case, it's not even that I'm doing epic, and it's not that they can't pen me. They just don't pen me right now. So I'm kind of like hoping that this doesn't give a faulty image of this tank because of the bounces that I got, because it's just not like that. It's not that strong. It is a fun tank. You can perform quite nicely in it, but it doesn't have the extra oomph, and seeing as you have to gamble for it, that's something to keep in mind as well. As usual, I will be trying for it mainly because of the fact that I want my collection complete, but take into account that it is gambling. Gambling is bad, and the drop chance is always low, so just be careful with that. But that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a little bit of an inkling what the tank is like, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye bye!